Welcome back to Read Glow, the channel where we dive deep into the best books to help you unlock your true potential. Today, we're exploring one of the most powerful productivity secrets of our time, Deep Work by Newport. If you ever struggle to focus in a world full of distractions or wish you could get more done in less time, this video is for you. Get ready to learn how to master the art of focused work, eliminate distractions, and supercharge your productivity like never before. So, sit tight, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in. Chapter 1. Deep Work is Valuable. Newport begins his book by defining deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. He contrasts this with shallow work, which includes tasks like responding to emails or attending unproductive meetings, activities that are easy to replicate and don't create much value. Newport asserts that deep work is a crucial skill in the 21st century, especially in the knowledge economy, where success often depends on learning complex things quickly and producing high-level results. He identifies two core abilities essential for success: the ability to master difficult skills rapidly, the ability to produce elite-level output consistently. Deep work helps develop both of these skills. Newport supports his argument with examples from top performers like Carl Jung, who retreated to a stone tower in the woods to write and think deeply. Similarly, tech entrepreneur Bill Gates regularly took think weeks to focus intensely on innovation and strategy. These examples show that deep, uninterrupted focus leads to extraordinary results. He also addresses the fear that automation and globalization might replace many jobs. According to Newport, individuals who can work deeply will thrive despite these trends, because they can learn fast and generate high-quality, original ideas, traits that machines and outsourced labor cannot easily replicate. To sum up, deep work is like a superpower in today's distracted world. The few who cultivate it will gain a tremendous competitive advantage, while those who rely solely on shallow work will struggle to remain relevant. The first chapter sets the tone by showing that deep work is not just a productivity strategy, but critical, long-term career investment. Chapter 2. Deep Work is Rare. In the second chapter, Newport explores the cultural and workplace dynamics that have made deep work increasingly rare. Despite its value, most people spend their workdays doing shallow tasks and constantly switching between emails, social media, and other distractions. Newport argues that modern business culture often promotes these distractions, mistakenly equating them with productivity. He introduces a concept of the busyness paradox. Many people in companies wear busyness as a badge of honor, thinking that constant activity equates to effectiveness. In reality, this busyness often results from shallow work, things that keep us occupied but don't contribute significantly to long-term goals or career success. Newport critiques the rise of open office spaces and always-on communication tools like Slack, which encourage constant interruptions. He explains how these tools fragment attention and train the brain to avoid depth. He also discusses how social media platforms are engineered to hijack attention, making it difficult to stay focused for long periods. Another reason deep work is rare is the lack of clear metrics for knowledge work. Unlike manual labor, where output can be measured easily, knowledge work lacks obvious indicators of productivity. As a result, people gravitate toward activities that provide immediate but superficial feedback, such as responding to emails or engaging in online chatter. Newport also highlights a troubling trend in which some businesses celebrate distraction. He cites examples of companies that pride themselves on being highly connected or instantly responsive, even if it undermines meaningful work. The culture often prioritizes being accessible over being effective. The core message of this chapter is that while deep work is incredibly valuable, modern society and workplaces make it difficult to practice. However, Newport views this rarity as a competitive edge. If you can break free from distraction and cultivate the ability to work deeply, you'll stand out in a distracted world. Chapter 3. Deep Work is Meaningful. In Chapter 3, Newport shifts the focus from the economic benefits of deep work to its emotional and philosophical value. He argues that deep work is not just a way to get more done, it's a way to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Newport draws on the psychological concept of flow, introduced by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Flow is a state of total immersion in an activity where time seems to disappear, and you feel fully engaged. Newport suggests that deep work is one of the most reliable ways to enter this flow state, leading to greater satisfaction and happiness. He also reflects on the human need for craftsmanship and mastery, drawing on examples from both knowledge workers and manual laborers, like blacksmiths, carpenters, and artists. He shows how engaging deeply with challenging tasks creates a sense of purpose. When people are deeply focused, they not only produce better results, but also find joy in the process of creation. Newport challenges the modern notion that constant connectivity and multitasking enhance our lives. Instead, he suggests that the opposite is true. Distraction makes us feel fragmented and unfulfilled. Deep work, by contrast, helps us connect with our work on a deeper level, allowing us to take pride in what we produce. The chapter also includes philosophical reflections from thinkers like Winifred Gallagher and Dreyfus and Kelly, who argue that what we pay attention to shapes our reality. If our focus is constantly hijacked by shallow distractions, we lead shallow lives. But if we invest our attention in deep, meaningful work, we build a richer and more rewarding experience of life. In conclusion, Newport makes a strong case that deep work is not just good for your career, it's essential for your well-being. By choosing depth over distraction, you align your life with values like craftsmanship, purpose, and excellence. Chapter 4, Rule 1, Work Deeply. In this crucial chapter, Newport transitions from theory to action, offering practical strategies to help you implement deep work into your daily life. He begins by acknowledging that while deep work is valuable and meaningful, it is also difficult to sustain. Our minds are naturally prone to distraction, and our environments are often designed to encourage it. Therefore, working deeply requires structure, discipline, and intention. Newport introduces the idea that you need routines and rituals to consistently enter deep work states. He argues that willpower alone is not sufficient. It's a limited resource. To protect your focus, you must create an environment and schedule that naturally support concentration. He outlines 4 approaches to scheduling deep work. Monastic philosophy: eliminate or radically reduce shallow obligations to dedicate yourself almost entirely to deep work, e.g., a writer who avoids all distractions. Bimodal philosophy: divide time between deep and shallow work, such as dedicating certain days or weeks entirely to deep work, e.g., a professor who writes intensively in the summer. Rhythmic philosophy: establish a regular, daily habit of deep work, such as working from 8 to 10 a.m. every weekday. Journalistic philosophy: fit deep work into your schedule wherever you can, even if it varies day to day, suitable for people with unpredictable jobs, but very difficult to master. Next, Newport emphasizes the importance of rituals and routines to enter a deep state. These include choosing a specific time and location for deep work, deciding how long the session will last, planning what you'll do and how you'll work, e.g., no internet breaks at specific times, supporting your body and mind with proper energy, such as food, rest, and limited distractions. He also introduces the idea of grand gestures, making a significant change in your environment or behavior to signal the seriousness of your deep work commitment. Examples include J.K. Rowling checking into a luxury hotel to finish Harry Potter, or Bill Gates retreating to a cabin. Another powerful technique Newport recommends is executing like a business. This includes focusing on the lead measures, inputs like hours spent in deep work, rather than only outcomes, keeping a scoreboard to track progress, creating accountability for your focus and output. In essence, this chapter serves as a practical playbook. Newport stresses that deep work doesn't just happen. It must be intentionally and thoughtfully built into your life. Chapter 5, Rule 2, Embrace Boredom. In this chapter, Cal Newport addresses one of the biggest challenges in building a deep work habit: our brain's addiction to distraction. He argues that to work deeply, we must first retrain our minds to be comfortable with boredom and unfocused moments, instead of immediately reaching for a smartphone or social media. Newport explains that our constant exposure to high-stimulation digital tools, like notifications, scrolling feed, and emails, has rewired our brains. We have become accustomed to switching attention frequently, making it difficult to focus for extended periods. This habitual switching weakens our ability to concentrate deeply when we need it most. To counter this, Newport introduces the idea that the ability to concentrate intensely is a skill that must be trained. Just like lifting weights in the gym, you can't expect to sit down for a 3-hour deep work session if your brain is used to checking Instagram every 5 minutes. Therefore, the key to strengthening your focus is to embrace boredom instead of escaping it. Newport gives several practical strategies for this. Don't take breaks from distraction. Take breaks from focus. Schedule specific times in your day for distractions like checking email or browsing the web. Outside those times, resist the urge to use the internet. Even if you're bored, this trains your brain to resist distraction and enhances your focus during deep work sessions. Practice productive meditation. Newport introduces a technique similar to mindfulness. While doing a physical activity like walking or exercising, focus your attention on a single problem you're trying to solve. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back. This strengthens your attention control and deep thinking abilities. Memorize a deck of cards or something similar. This may sound extreme, but Newport shares how memorizing things, such as a deck of cards or poetry, forces a brain to resist distraction and enhances mental discipline. This technique, borrowed from memory athletes, builds the muscles of focused thought. Newport warns against the common habit of turning to your phone during every free moment, like waiting in line or sitting in traffic. These are golden opportunities to strengthen your focus muscle. Letting your mind wander naturally is not only healthy, but also critical for creativity. In conclusion, Newport argues that learning to tolerate and even embrace boredom is essential for cultivating deep work. By doing so, you reclaim control over your attention and train your brain for focus in a world built to distract you. Chapter 6, Rule 3, Quit Social Media. In this chapter, Cal Newport takes on a widely accepted belief of the digital age, that social media is essential for career growth, networking, and staying informed. He argues that most people overestimate the benefits of social media and underestimate the cost it imposes on their ability to do deep, meaningful work. Newport begins by acknowledging that social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are designed to be addictive. They fragment your attention, promote shallow interactions, and train your brain to constantly seek novelty. These platforms are not neutral tools. They are engineered to maximize engagement, often at the expense of productivity and focus. He proposes a more intentional, rational approach to technology use. Instead of automatically adopting every popular app, we should evaluate each tool through the lens of our personal and professional goals. The craftsman approach to tool selection. Newport introduces a craftsman approach, which is about only using tools that provide substantial benefits to your core values and goals. Just as a craftsman selects tools carefully based on their utility, you should adopt digital tools only if they serve a clear and important purpose in your life. He advises against a more common any benefit approach, where people keep using a tool simply because it provides some benefit, e.g., I might find a good article on Twitter. The problem with this logic is that it ignores the hidden cost of these tools, mainly the erosion of your ability to concentrate. 30-day social media detox. To help readers make informed choices, Newport recommends a 30-day social media detox. Quit all optional social media platforms for 30 days. After the break, ask yourself, did my life or work suffer because I was off this platform? Did anyone notice or care? Was it adding enough value to justify the cost? This exercise reveals how little we often need these tools, and how much time and focus we regain when we leave them. Conclusion: Newport is not entirely anti-technology. He emphasizes that if a tool offers significant, proven benefits to your career or life, use it, but be strategic, not reactive. The key is to own your tools instead of letting them own you. By quitting or limiting social media, you free up mental energy for deep work and reclaim control of your time. Chapter 7, Rule 4, Drain the Shallows. In this chapter, Newport tackles the challenge of shallow work, those easy, often administrative or logistical tasks that don't require much cognitive effort, but tend to fill up your day and steal precious time from deep work. These include answering emails, attending unproductive meetings, scheduling, and routine paperwork. Newport argues that shallow work is necessary but dangerous because it's so seductive and easy to do. It often crowds out deep, meaningful work. The key to a productive and fulfilling work life is reducing shallow work to the absolute minimum and creating clear boundaries for when and how it is done. The cost of shallow work. Newport points out that shallow work can feel urgent, making people believe they're productive when they are not. This busyness gives a false sense of accomplishment, but it usually doesn't contribute much toward important goals or skill development. Because shallow work doesn't create lasting value or require significant skill. It can be delegated or minimized, but many knowledge workers treat it as their main activity. Newport warns that if you don't intentionally manage shallow work, it will consume your entire workday. Practical strategies to drain the shallows. Newport recommends several effective tactics to limit shallow work. Schedule every minute of your day. Instead of working from a to-do list, schedule your day in blocks of time, including shallow tasks. This forces you to confront how much time shallow work actually takes and helps prevent it from expanding unchecked. Set a shallow work budget. Decide upfront how much time per day or week you will allow for shallow tasks and stick to it. This prevents shallow work from eating into your deep work hours. Say no to shallow work requests. Learn to decline meetings, calls, and projects that don't contribute to your core goals. Be selective about where you invest your time and energy. Batch shallow tasks. Group similar shallow tasks together, e.g. answer all emails in one block of time, to minimize context switching and increase efficiency. Conclusion. Newport stresses that deep work can only thrive if shallow work is strictly controlled. By ruthlessly reducing shallow work, you reclaim time and cognitive energy for the meaningful, high-impact work that drives success and fulfillment. Draining the shallows is a practical and essential step toward mastering deep work in a distraction-heavy world. Chapter 8. Rule 5. Make it a game. In this chapter, Cal Newport explores how turning deep work into a challenge or game can dramatically increase motivation and productivity. Because deep work is demanding and often uncomfortable, many people struggle to maintain the discipline required. Newport suggests that adding elements of play, competition, and quantifiable goals can help sustain focus and make the effort enjoyable. The power of metrics and goals. Newport explains that people are naturally motivated by clear goals and feedback, whether in sports, video games, or work. Deep work, however, often lacks these immediate rewards. To bridge this gap, Newport advocates creating concrete metrics for your deep work sessions, such as hours spent, words written, problem solved, or task completed. By tracking these metrics, you transform deep work from an abstract, effortful activity into a measurable challenge, which taps into our innate desire to improve and compete with ourselves. Turning work into a competition. Newport highlights examples of professionals who set personal challenges to make deep work more engaging. Writers set daily word count goals. Programmers aim to solve a set number of coding problems per session. Researchers challenge themselves to finish chapters or articles within a specific time frame. This gamification approach leverages intrinsic motivation by turning work into a contest with yourself, where progress and mastery become the reward. Rituals for sustained engagement. To keep the game engaging, Newport recommends defining clear rules for deep work sessions, e.g., no distractions, fixed time limits. Creating reward systems for meeting goals, small breaks, treats, or social recognition. Varying challenges to avoid monotony, such as adjusting session lengths or intensity. Psychological benefits. By making deep work a game, you reduce the mental resistance to focusing. Instead of dreading a long stretch of work, you approach it with curiosity and excitement. This shift in mindset helps build the deep work habit and enhances overall productivity. Conclusion. Newport concludes that transforming deep work into a structured, measurable game aligns with human nature's love for challenge and achievement. It not only makes deep work more enjoyable, but also improves your ability to concentrate and produce high-quality results consistently. Thanks for watching this deep dive into deep work by Cal Newport here on Read Glow. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with anyone who struggles with focus and productivity. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly book summaries that empower you to live smarter and work deeper. Drop a comment below and let me know which part of deep work resonated with you the most or what book you want to summarize next. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and keep working deep.